The doctors they hired that they are not even allowed to know.
Talk directly into that thing.
That they do not even know that we've been working on the same weapons, directed energy weapons, often referred to as mind control weapons. Chinese are working on, the Russians and U.S. have had them for a long time. Traumatic brain injury. It can be done through cavitation effects using sound waves, and it can be done through microwave directed energy if it's amplified. And in fact, there's something called the Frey effect. The Army had it on their website called V2K, and that's how a lot of people refer to it, that can pipe voices into someone's head. You can't plug your ears. It actually vibrates the brain, which is like many concussions, through the small pulses that expand the tissue and then contracts it, then goes to the inner ear where they can hear it. If you just turn that up, it causes brain damage. You're heating the brain. And at the University of Nevada as a non-lethal weapon that resonates the dopamine cells of your brain, producing cells of your brain, and it floods it. The Air Force reclassified it.
Flood your brain with dopamine?
Yeah, dopamine dump. And that incapacitates the adversary in a non-lethal way. Not totally non-lethal, though. If you have too much neurotransmitter in your brain, it's a neurotoxin. It'll also cause brain damage. So brain damage can occur through these weapons that are non-lethal in many different ways. But if you cognitively model someone, you have a brain print, like a fingerprint. And if you use autocorrelation techniques, and there's a way, and we'll just kind of wave our hand, functional MRI that you can do at a distance over the earth, you have every human being's brain pattern. You can control 8 billion brains on the planet, potentially, read them. Pre-crime, I mean, you can imagine during warfare, it'd be useful for a number of objectives. So in that situation, you'd want it continuous, and you'd beam the entire earth over it. You're like a cell phone. Your brain is a circuit. So if you're dialed in, once you have a cognitive model, you would never be able to escape it under the magnetosphere or ionosphere. It's worldwide, and you can ask a number of people in every country, is it happening in your country? And they're just like the exact same symptomology. I think the brain damage is being done because the brain rewires itself more rapidly. Your brain adapts faster. During this adaptation process, you can insert an external signal, sort of like hiving brains together.
Insert an external signal.
Yes. An electromagnetic signal. And how would you do that, you might ask? And the details get very complex. But there are several patents that you can access that talk about inserting a signal into the microcircuits and macrocircuits of the brain. Now, you got to know those patterns, the lock and key mechanism. Otherwise, it won't affect you. It will only affect the target brain if the brain print fits.
The brain print?
Yes, the signature. Everyone has a unique one. These weapons can actually induce and mimic all those diseases and effects. The trickery really is that great when you're under hypnosis that people will believe something other than a massive government. And so whoever the handlers are on the other side of this synthetic telepathy, they're following the handbook perfectly, and they've been trained. You want a random sample of the population in all languages, all cultures, in order for a worldwide weapon of an AI system that can interact with every human brain.
Right, but if they're doing some sort of an experiment like this and testing him, how would they gather information?
You want to answer that?
Yeah, I believe that it's a two-way bidirectional connection. And once again, it's called remote neural monitoring and intervention. There are patents around it. Plus the medical information that I produce is probably very relevant to them if it is in fact human experimentation without consent, which is violates Nuremberg, Geneva Convention, every human right.